Hello, everyone. Welcome to Soulful Mornings. This is James. Hello there. I'll tell you this is something else because I'm such not a morning person, but I do this. I get up and I roll out of bed and I roll into the shower and here I am and I have my cup of coffee. Which is I'm one of those people who cannot start the day without their coffee. How do you like that? So, and I usually start every day with coffee, and then I do a meditation and then coffee. But I thought today I would share with you both. So, here's my coffee. Thank you. So forgive me for things I say before I finish the cup of coffee, because... Hello. It's been really, really nice, and I've been filled with joy and happiness and contentment doing this every morning. It's just been great to reach people from all over. And people have been sharing this video, too. They share it to people who they think it could help them, or that they don't know anything about my work, and they want them to maybe start off their day, or they have the afternoon or evening with this space of, I don't know how we can describe it. It'll evolve as we continue doing this, but my intention at the beginning, of course, was to discuss with you the various spiritual topics that, from my background or what I've done, not that I know everything, because I certainly don't, we learn from each other, but what I've experienced and to share with you from many years of communication with the spirit world, and also my own study and insights, and I've been around a long time teaching and learning from a lot of different teachers myself, and together we come up with some information. So I think it's been great. So today's topic will be meditation. I always will check, by the way, so you know this, your comments later on. If not right away, during the day I will. It is not a space to do readings or to do mediumship readings. I don't do that because if I did one for one person, I'd have to do it for everyone, and that wouldn't be fair to everybody. So I really do want you to know that. I wish I could, but I can't. But there'll be another time. I'm coming up with a different way of maybe doing some readings. I might be starting personal readings too, so I'll let you know we're discussing that. If I have time to do that when my schedule. So believe me, I know. I have a new location. How do you like that? So I thought I would change it up a little bit. We'll try to change it up from day to day or time to time because I get bored. I'm sure you get bored of seeing the same background. I'm still in my office, and usually my Facebook Lives are right over here, right, in my bookshelf. But I'm sitting in a window nook right here that next to me, and I thought I would try that. It's very white. Here, look, right, that's the shade. Anyway, so hello everyone. Hello there. Good morning from New Mexico. Hello Bernadette. Hello there. Hello Michelle. Fabulous. And you're speaking in Portuguese. Amelia, are you from Brazil? Okay. When do you advise to depression? What do I advise about depression? Meditation, without a doubt, meditation is the key for me to not only depression, but for a lot of health concerns. Along with Western medicine, I think it's good to get a therapist or a mental specialist, a psychologist, or to learn and to really clinically diagnose depression. That's very important. Depression runs rampant these days, especially in the world we're living in at this moment. But, you always can remember that within inside of you have the power, and you control your responses. There might be craziness out there in the world, and you might have some crazy people around you, some strange behaviors and dealing, especially those who are healers in this world, healers on this Facebook page, and sensitives and empaths. You might pick up other people's stuff, but remember, it's other people's stuff. It's not your stuff. Don't make it your stuff, because you're very much in control of what goes on within yourself. How you respond to everything is your control. How people treat you is how they treat you, but you can't control other people, can't control situations, but how you respond to it is definitely up to you. Thank you, Julie. Love you, James. Read all your books. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. You're frozen. I think when you're frozen, I think you don't have a good Wi-Fi connection. I've come to learn that in the past 3 days. So that's what that might mean for you. I have a very good Wi-Fi connection in this office. That's why I do this here, because I have a wonderful extension of Wi-Fi. I'm not technical, but that's what that means. And it gives me a very good signal. It's so early in the morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning here. I'd love to, my idea time would be, I'm a night owl, so my idea time to be to sleep would be like 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock, and then get up about 9. I think that'd be great. So, I'll just read some of your comments and comment on some of them if I can, and then we'll start our little insights into things. A lot of pain in the world, yes, but there's also a lot of greatness in the world. So remember, it's where you focus your energy. So we could all focus on the pain, the horror, the violence, the terrible behaviors of people, and the morality and people's beliefs who are full of hate and violence and disruption and dishonesty, or we can look at the other thing. We can go to put our mind to love, compassion, peace, hope, faithfulness, faith. Changing away if you can. I noticed just recently over the weekend that there's a lot of chemtrails around my area where I live in San Diego, and a friend of mine also noticed too. She had looked in the sky, and there's all these grids. The grids of these vapors, and those are chemtrails. I believe they're chemtrails, no doubt about it, to affect the weather patterns. And I think that's really dangerous because I think it has all types of materials in there, aluminum and barnum, all these different types of minerals, these man-made chemicals. It's not good to breathe that in. It's not good to have it in the world, in the plant life, on the earth. So that's tough. So what do you do with that? Well, there are ways of getting into action with your Congress people about that. Just going to support groups, things like that can help. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Anyway, that's that. A little bit on the side. There is good in all things. There is love. All things are made from love. So it's true. So keep your focus. That love is from all things are made from love. This is from Nancy. She says, how do you know when to stay away from, I can't read this, mirrors? I don't know what that means, Nancy. She said, how do you stay away from energy portal, mirror portals? Don't know what that means. You mean setting up mirror portals? So I'm not sure. You have to clarify that question. Yeah, chemtrails are toxic. Yes, very true. They are. And we have to really do something. But I mean, it's just, that's pretty bad when our whole world is being... someone told me that there was a meeting in France with many major governments several years back where they agreed upon weather changes and really forcing. But when you try to control nature, it doesn't work. I mean, seriously. So let's look into that. It needs to end. It's true. Chemtrails. I just don't like it. It just feels bad. It looks bad. In San Diego the other day, we had a blue sky, and then also you see these trails of planes going by. It's like those aren't commercial planes, or if they are, there's something attached to them, and it's just weird because it changes by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The sky is full of grayness, and it's like, that's not natural. So we should look into that. Oh, this is very nice from Monica. We all have to dance to our own rhythm, and I'm enjoying my oldies rock and roll attitude of loving life. Yeah, it's true. James, you helped me. Thank you. You helped me with the 45s. Yes, indeed. I try to, world around, I try to, it's hard to change the world around us, but if we certainly can change how the microcosm, we are affected by the macrocosm, but really with the microcosm, we first have to change. So we've got to change the microcosm first. That's within ourselves. Our belief systems, our thoughts, our attitudes, how we live our life, how we interact with people. That's really, really important. So today I want to talk to you a little bit. I've been working the past 3 days I've been recording meditations. So I'm in that very nice meditative space. And for those people that don't know about meditation, because a lot of people ask me on all these Facebook Lives that I've done over the years here, and also on my website and my school page, how do I deal with anxiety? How do I deal with depression? How do I deal with other people's energy? I'm an empath. I'm a sensitive. How can I deal with that and really be in control of my space? And the answer is meditation. Meditation. So what is meditation? Meditation, it can be many things to many people. But for me, my idea of meditation is focus. It's focusing your thoughts. It's focusing the awareness. And really the greatest meditation that I know of is mindfulness, is being mindful, being aware of your thoughts in the present moment, living in the present moment. I often say the past has already happened. You can't do anything about that. The future is yet to be. So why worry about that? So really what we have is this moment now, as Eckhart Tolle says, this moment right now, which is really, really important. So I think when we focus on the now, we focus on ourselves, and we go within to our soul self. We go within to that stillness of our being, which really is our soul is tucked neatly behind the heart, and it's the stillness. It's going within. Many times I'll tell people to sit in the quiet, which is just, that's a meditation too, sitting in the quiet, just being aware of the quiet. And you begin to unfold, and your soul begins to open up to the various layers of itself. Especially in mediumship development, I talk to a lot of my students about sitting in the stillness, because the quiet is very loud. Once you sit there, you'll become very, very aware of that inner voice. And it's not that inner voice, that monkey brain that says, oh, well, I got to get up and have something to eat, or, oh, I hear that noise outside. That's common, and that's fine. And how do you deal with the monkey brain? Well, I say you go back to the breath. So meditation also works with the breath. The breath, being a gift from God, really sustains this connection, if you will. And when we breathe in, I often like to use an intention of breathing in. We have to breathe anyway, right? It's not something foreign to us. We're all breathing. Whether we're conscious of the breath or not, we're all breathing. So you have that breath already. Now you can use it. So a basic meditation, of course, which we'll do at the end of this Facebook Live, I'll do a meditation for you, and you'll join me if you choose. It's to really follow that breath. So as you breathe in, before you do, you set your intention. So I'm setting an intention of being focused, or more aware, or loving, or opening up to discovering things about myself I didn't know, or having a connection with the body. There are all different types of intentions for meditation. I'm doing a course right now called Predicting the Year Ahead from Your Soul Self, which comes out next week. And I've been recording these meditations, and each one has an intention behind it, whether it's faith, balance, peace, love, compassion, understanding, joy, happiness. So they're all themed. And I think when you put that theme there, there's that connection, there's that word, that energy that you're bringing into your awareness with the meditation. So in my research over the many years, I've been a big collector of books on metaphysics. From a very early age, when I first started understanding about mediumship and psychic phenomena and really life after death and all the phenomena, I used to go to what's called the Bodhi Tree bookstore in L.A. when I first moved to Los Angeles when I was in my early 20s. And that's before I did any mediumship. And I used to go to this bookstore. I was attracted to go to this New Age bookstore, which was the number one in California, maybe even in the country. Unfortunately, it's no longer there physically. I think there's an online component, but physically it's no longer there. But I used to go every weekend, and they'd have different sections, everything from channeled material to astral projection to UFOs to all different types of materials. And that's where I first became aware of the Seth material, and I first became aware really of information about past life regression and spirit communication. So I started there, and I collected as many books as I could. I really love books. I have a lovely, extensive library of metaphysics. I used to have more before I moved to San Diego, but I had to release some of the books because they didn't fit in the house. So, and that was really painful because I love being in that energy of the books. But along the way, I met a lady who taught metaphysics for 30 years, and she was a good friend of mine named Magda Best, and she was in World War II. She was a survivor of the camps. And she and I used to go around the world also to different spiritual centers, and she had an extensive library. And when she passed over, I was given the opportunity to go through her library and have the books that I wanted, which was a great gift. So one of the books I received, which I didn't open it really until yesterday, and it's called Meditation, A Way of Life, and here it is. And this is a book by Vimala Takhar, and here's Magda with her lovely auric photograph, which must have been taken about, 1998. That's what it says, 1998. So I wanted to read you a little bit about meditation from this book. So there are many books written on meditation, and they're all fine, but I just wanted to share this with you because this was done through a talk, and it was done through a channeled material, Metharan, and I just want to read you a little bit, and then we'll answer some questions. I have been asked this morning to communicate about meditation. As there are individuals in this gathering who are not acquainted with the speaker or way of expression, her way of speaking English language, I would like to request in the very beginning that we be very careful about the use of words as well as acts of listening. Okay, the word meditation has an infinite variety of associations, and I would therefore like to request all of you to pay special attention to the implications of the word. I'm not going to use the word meditation as derived from the verb to meditate about, to meditate upon. In the English language, to meditate implies a mental activity or a cerebral activity in which there is a subject and object relationship. I am individual contemplate about meditate upon some object, some point predetermined by me or by someone else. So let me get into more here. Okay. When doing meditation, one has to have the urge to find out what is beyond the mind. Unless one has an urge to, wow, this is really great, this old book, to find out what is beyond the conditioned brain, what is beyond the experience and the act of experiencing, what is beyond the act of observation, the observer, the thought and the thinker, what is beyond space and time, what is beyond all these symbols, what is beyond the cerebral ways of behavior, unless there is an innate passion to find out, to discover for oneself, one will not be equipped to live the meditative way. So there you go. Meditation is a total way of living, not a partial or fragmentary activity. It's very, very true. I do not know whether there is an oriental way of looking at it or an occasional way of hooking into it. Life is neither coincidental, wait, I'll probably read this here, occidental nor oriental. Life is simple. Life is easy. It just is. The boundaries of race, country, and religion really don't exist. The frontiers of time and space are absolutely irrelevant to life and living. So it goes on about this, but also, and it's really an interesting point of view. And I've been reading a lot of books on meditation lately, and really someone said, well, do you have to sit in the lotus position and work with the breath when you meditate? And the answer is no. So if you look at meditation as a focused awareness, then you can be meditating when you're walking around the street, when you're watering the garden, when you're speaking to somebody, when you're petting a doggy or a cat. You can be meditating. So it's just a focused awareness. So it's, in a way you could say it's a mindfulness all around you of what's going on around you and yourself in that space. But really coming from, here's a good one, living from the inside out. I like that. So living from the inside out. Why don't we use that? So meditation is living from the inside out, having total awareness. So there you go. So there's a lot more. We could do hours worth of meditation, of what it's about, and the theories of meditation, also benefits of meditation, of course. But this is just to get you just a little bit of information on meditation. So now I'm going to go to some questions about that, or comments, and then we'll do a little brief meditation to start your day, or to end your day, wherever you are in the world. Okay, let's see. I have my contacts on, so I'll be able to read the comments. Or I can even move this closer. There you go. Okay, let me just catch up here. I have to have my coffee, too, because it's a coffee chat. Okay. I always look at the deck, 1111. What does that mean? So when you look at the synchronistic experiences, 1111, 111, ones are new beginnings of things. So that's something, excuse me, move this back. 111, new beginnings of things, for sure. Okay. How can we shed negative feelings? Wow, that's a good question. That's by Katie Brown. How can we negative feelings? Well, again, you are responsible for how you respond to something. So you're responsible for the negative feelings. You don't have to feel that way. You make a choice. Life is a series of choices, and you make a choice of how you're going to feel. So you can, and we're going to do meditation this morning to release, if you will, some negative thinking. And it's just the machine, what I call the machine. Always thinking, moving, having to do something. It's the machine. You know, go, 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 go. It's like a factory. Our brain's like a factory. Go, go, go. If we stop and pause, and you know, meditation is really, my friend David G. calls meditation that space in between thought. The space in between your thoughts is what we want to get to. So having an awareness of that space in between your thoughts, and that you are in control of that, and observing that, and how you respond to something. It's a good way to begin to take control of negative thinking. So that's really important. So negative thinking is a lot about the machine, moving, going, 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 and getting that whole spiral about what people think of me, I'm not good enough, all that sort of stuff. A lot of comments. James, how do you know when you let go? Because you feel lighter. You feel free. You feel lighter, happier, joyful. That's how. Yeah. Okay. So the machine, be careful. So today I had go through your day. See when it's the machine moving and you're going back to the same patterns and you're just an automatic pilot, or you're in control of the situation. You're observing what's going on in the situation and you're in control of it. Just try to be mindful of that. Yes, lots of, oh gosh, we have a lot of people yet. NDEs, yes, I'm going to be addressing NDEs soon. Definitely, I will talk about near-death experiences coming up in one of our mornings. Because it's a big topic. Okay, well, I have to get all the way to the end here. A lot of comments coming in. Thank you, everyone. Okay. A lot of comments. I'm trying to catch up. Hello, James, I'm Praagh, Oregon. Love and light. Thank you very much, Rolly. Paul, again, what's my best protection in society? So the best protection is to know yourself, is to be mindful of yourself, who you are. That's the best protection. So take the time to be with yourself, even if it's just in the morning when you're brushing your teeth, looking in the mirror. Just take a few breaths and connect with your heart and say, good morning to yourself. Healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I? That's a mantra I use every morning and every night. Healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I? So you can do that in the morning. Bring yourself to that space. I think it's really important. I think it's really important that every day we wake up, we take a shower or something, we cleanse the physical body, but we also should cleanse the spiritual body, bringing in that light, that mindset for 3 seconds. I went to see a psychic, and I was 18 years old, and she said to me, if you can hold on to a thought for 3 seconds, it's yours, because we create with our thoughts. So if you're in that space in the morning, when you get it, you prepare your day, you should prepare your spiritual self as well, and be mindful of yourself, and be aware of the space around you, and come from your heart space. And you can even have a prayer or an intention saying, I'm going to pay attention today. I'm going to be present in the present moment of my heart. And I just will observe. So spend one day in observation. That will help also. Instead of getting caught up in the machine, observe. I also use the pause button, step back. Okay. Do I have to ask for forgiveness? If the toxic person, this is a good question, because I just did this meditation yesterday about forgiveness. Do I have to ask for forgiveness from Shani Beasley? Do I have to ask for forgiveness? I have a toxic person. If the toxic person does not care, I have moved on. Well, that's important. You moved on, and loving me and life. Thank you, James. Yeah, you don't have to have them forgive you back or receive your forgiveness. You can do a meditation where you can just visualize hugging that person and forgiving them. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, because you don't want to hold on to that negative energy, that toxic energy in the body. Don't want to do that. We have enough toxic energy around us with chemtrails, with a lot of stuff around us with negativity in the world and people's belief systems and limited consciousness and ignorance and prejudices, and we don't want to feed into that. So you have to step out of that. And forgiveness as a gift to give yourself. It's not living in that space of toxic residue. It's living in a space of empowerment. And, you have to forgive people because you never know what their background was. You never know where they came from, what their history was. Everybody comes with a history. And it's important that we know that. And that we recognize that, because we ourselves have gone through stuff we're not very proud of. And we've done things we're not proud of. And we have to, we'd like someone to forgive us too. So it's the number one way to unconditional love, I believe, is forgiveness, the ability to forgive, to be aware of that, maybe that person wasn't aware at the time what they were doing or what they said or a situation. Or maybe we had unexpected, unrealistic expectations on somebody. That happens quite a lot too. Or maybe there was also miscommunication. Maybe that's what it was. You never know what people bring to the moment, to the situation. So we got to be mindful of that. We got to be better than. I often receive some egocentric, negative publicity or emails or whatever from people, and I don't mean that to me personally per se. There's probably something going on in their own lives. So I look at it from that point of view. And a good friend of mine just says, bless them, bless them, bless them. It's like the Master Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I find that a lot every day, right? Thank you very much. Thank you. You're enlightened so much. Thank you. Wendy, do you believe in absent healing? Of course. So absent healing is energy. It's energy with an intention, focused energy. So that's really what absent healing is. So I'm going to do a little meditation now with you, all of you, that you're checking in whether this is live or you're looking at it later and then recording it of it. That's fine. You can do it as well, because what's so great about this is we can do it anytime. Just like my Hay House radio show on Tuesdays, you can listen to it live or you can listen to the rebroadcast. So that's at hayhouse.com. Or hayhouseradio.com. Okay. So I just want to say to everybody that when you meditate, again, it's focused awareness. So I'm just going to give you a little basic one. So wherever you are, just close your eyes, and we create a beautiful sacred space. And a sacred space is created basically with not having any interruptions. So turning off cell phones and devices and letting the partners and the children and the animals stay out of the room for the moment. Give yourself 5 minutes to do that, because it's important that you not be interrupted in doing this. And I like to look at it as it's your time. It's your time to be with yourself. So as we do this, I just close my eyes. I ask you to join me in this, and gently closing your eyes. Good. And just becoming aware of the body, becoming aware of your feet and your legs, whether you're lying down or you're sitting down. It doesn't matter. And I just want you to be mindful of what the body feels like, from your head all the way down to your toes. Maybe there's some aches or pains or whatever it might be. Just acknowledge it. Don't feed more into that, but just acknowledge it. Good. Good. Becoming aware of the beautiful body inside. And many times I say, as you close your eyes to the outside world, you open up to the inner world of light. Because we are made from light. And I don't think we fully comprehend that in this three-dimensional world. But I know that we know of light because of sunlight. I often think we are part of the sun. We're part of that beautiful light. And we have an energy of love. Good. And I just want you now to be mindful as we're going to use a breath. We're going to use the beautiful breath, since we already have the breath. We're going to bring the breath. We're going to set the intention that as we breathe in through our nose, our nostrils, we're going to breathe in. We're going to imagine a beautiful golden light coming into the body. And we're going to use our imagination to bring the breath into the body, and let that breath. There's my phone is ringing. How interesting! In the middle of a meditation. That's something else. Turn off all your phones. I'll wait for that to pass. No one ever calls me on my phone. That's why it's always salespeople calling. That should be it. Or maybe not. Cool. Okay. There we go. So that's another reminder. Turn off your home phones too. Okay. All right, good. So let's go back. So we just go back to our center, closing your eyes gently. Again, reconnecting now. So reconnecting takes seconds to reconnect. Good. So again, as you close your eyes to the outer world and that outside, go inside. And as the lids go down, it almost puts lights within ourselves, helps us to illuminate the inside. And setting the intention of the inhalation you're going to bring golden light into the body to surround every cell, every muscle, every organ with loving light. That's the intention. That's all you have to do. And as you exhale out of your mouth, going to release any negative energy, any limited consciousness, any fears, any nervous tension. So together, let's inhale and hold it. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Good. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. And inhale and hold it. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Good. And inhale. And hold it. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. And one more time. And inhale. Holding it. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. Good. And you might feel that you're just floating or the sense of being light, which is just great. And as you do that, you might find that there are thoughts that come to you. Create those thoughts into a bubble. Put them into a bubble above your head. Let them bubble up. And what you're doing is, as you have that thought and that bubble bubbles up, around that bubble, I want you to put the word think and let it dissipate. So we call it the monkey brain, any wandering thoughts that come in, that's great, that's fine. Just let them bubble up and see them and put the word think on it, and think helps it evaporate. And you come back to center. Think, evaporate, back to center. Think, evaporate, back to center. Good. And as you sit in this space of receptivity and meditation, I'm going to fill up this space in the mind, saying, Dear spirit world, guides, teachers, angels, loved ones who are all around us, may today we see ourselves in objectively, to see ourselves from the inside out, to live this life today in the most incredible, joyful way possible, that we see others for who they are, that we don't judge others, but become aware of them from a very different point of view, a very different perspective. We thank you for this opening up of our minds and blessings and love. May love surround us with each step we take. And may everyone who comes upon our path today feel the love that we project to them. We thank you and bless you. Namaste. And slowly open up your eyes and be as one. So there you go, everybody. Have a lovely, joyful day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning on Soulful Mornings. And please share this with people you'd like. And if you want some more meditations, you can go to the JVP School of Mystical Arts. There's some free meditations there. And, of course, my Mediumship 2 course is on sale now if you're interested. So lots of love to you guys. Bye-bye.